What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a brand new episode for everybody, episode 96. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Doing all right, man. I told you I got a little sniffles. I don't know if it's sinuses. Not COVID. I took a test, man. So the test says negative. So I don't know what it is, man. The crazy thing is, like a few weeks ago, I was feeling sick, and then I thought it was COVID. Then took COVID test. It was negative. Thought it was a flu. Took a flu test. That was negative. I was like, what the hell could I have? Nobody knows, man.
Didn't this happen to you last year too? Something similar?
Yeah, last time I had I was like feeling sick, and then that time I knew it was COVID because I felt like I never felt before. I had like the super chills, like I was tired. I didn't know what to do with myself. And then I took a bunch of the like rapid tests. It was like negative. Then I went to take the PCR. It was like, oh, it's positive. Oh, no wonder.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so hopefully these rappers don't let me down. I took the one that Tom bought too, the one that Tom makes too. So
there's your problem. They're always negative.
Yeah, I might have to sue him after this if I have COVID. And how you guys doing over there?
Doing good, man. We're hanging in there. Getting ready for the dog days of summer. It's hot. It's nice. Kids are outside a lot, swimming. So it's all good.
You guys ready for the move?
Oh yeah, we're ready. Couple more weeks.
It's the final countdown.
It's the final countdown.
Have you scoped out the food spots down there already, or?
A few, yeah. We hit up a couple when we were down there the last time. A couple cool spots, and Michelle's got a list ready to go. So we'll check them off.
Yeah, I'm sure those first few weeks will be great when you're trying a bunch of things.
Oh yeah.
And you're figuring out what food sucks, what food is great. So.
For sure, that's one of the fun parts of moving somewhere new.
Oh yeah, definitely is. Or even going somewhere new. It's all about the eats.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get right into it, man. We got the NFL. Not too much going on. Your boy Baker got traded to the Panthers. The Panthers are going to have the number 1 and number, 3 or 4?
Three.
Three pick of the draft, same draft, competing for a quarterback position. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Baker claims these guys are good friends, since the draft. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins out.
Yeah, it'll be. I think that it'll be telling to see if it was really just an injury issue last year, or he's just not very good. I guess I think we'll find out fairly quickly.
Yeah, but I think he'll be playing behind the ball. He's still behind because it's gonna be hard for him to gain the starting role because Sam's been in the position for a while. He knows the offense, but if he's able to beat him out, it's going to show how good he is. Mm-hmm. And then if he's not, and he's still stuck on the bench, and it's going to look like how we all thought it looked.
Exactly.
But we have to wait and see. I mean, they got a good offense. They did some change on the offensive line, so that shouldn't be their issue. They got a running back. They got a good defense, so can't really blame it on other positions. I mean, everything's set itself for the quarterback, so we have to wait and see how this plays out.
Yep, for sure. I think with the open competition, we'll find out by the end of the preseason where they're at. Yep,
there's definitely gonna be something to keep your eyes on. Mm-hmm. And then there wasn't much else in the NFL.
I think OTAs start next couple weeks here, so football's about to fire back up again.
Yep, getting ready for fantasy football. Gotta get my mock drafts ready. So I know who to get. Try to stay away from these injury-prone guys. Messed me up last year. Hopefully I get sneak another big Michael Thomas trade again. But it didn't help me at all, actually, last year. So
no, it did not.
But it's going to be interesting to see. There's going to be players like that, though, that are injured that you might be able to sneak and get, and then end up trading for something big later on. So we'll see.
That's the fun of the draft.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. You gotta get lucky enough to pick players that don't get injured, and then you'll win.
Yeah, that's the kind of key to fantasy. It's just weathering the injuries and then getting the right schedule in the playoffs. It's all it boils down to.
And the sleepers, too, I think is going to help, too. Like, if you get those rookies or breakout players, those are awesome steals. And that's like the flex spot. So.
Yep, for sure.
And then on to the NBA. Still got Durant out there. Requested a trade. Looks like not much is going to happen. Seems like the same teams are still in the fold for him. They said Miami, Phoenix. I mean, it looks like Phoenix is trying to move Ayton to the Pacers, so I don't think not much. Looks like they're not really interested in him, if that's the case.
I mean, unless they get Miles Turner back, and then they're able to, get some cap space to sign Durant. But that's their plan, I don't know.
That's the thing. It would have to be a 3-team trade.
Yeah.
But that's what they wouldn't be giving up much. Well, I mean, they would. They're probably giving up those other role players too, like Bridges and Cam. So on the Pacers side, I mean, I don't understand why you would trade for. You have Turner. Turner's pretty much. I feel like Turner and Ayton's the same thing.
Kinda, yeah. I think Ayton's probably a little bit better better offensively, but Turner's probably a little bit better defensively.
Yeah, I feel like you're not really getting an advantage from swapping them. I mean, obviously Aiden's younger. He has more potential to grow into something better, but they both, I feel like they both have untapped potential that they just haven't used yet. So until one of them shows up, I mean, we'll probably never know if it would be who would have got the better trade until their careers are over. So
right.
And then we got Kyrie in the mix, still sitting there in Brooklyn. I don't know if he'll be moved, man. I don't know if the Lakers are too interested in him, unless it's just
it doesn't seem like it at this point. But I don't know what they're doing in Brooklyn right now. I mean, Durant asked for a trade, then they said they're going to move Kyrie, and it's really just kind of been silent over there.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to get another pick or what the case is, but I mean, honestly, I think you got to just get rid of them. I mean, they requested the trade. You want to bring in your guys. The other pieces you can get for them as soon as possible, so these guys can start building some kind of team camaraderie and can be coached. So you can get ready for the playoffs. So depending on who they get for these players, they're still probably a playoff team, but obviously I don't think they'll win it all. But it'll be interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to see how this all is going to play out.
Yeah, because I mean the Lakers are giving us they're trying to sham us to say they want Westbrook, but I think deep down inside they do want Kyrie. So. Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see if it's a straight up swap for Westbrook and Kyrie, or if they get another team involved. I mean, Kyrie goes to LA, and then some other pieces go to Brooklyn, and then LA sends Westbrook somewhere. So
yeah, I can't imagine that Brooklyn wants anything to do with Westbrook. I don't think anyone does right now, to be honest.
No, but I mean he's also on a 1-year deal, so that could benefit them as well, because obviously if it's going to be interesting to see after this year. Right now he's at like what 47 million. Yep. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how much he's going to be able to get in the market next year. I'm probably guessing around the 10 million mark, but we're going to have to wait and see if somebody's going to try to pay him too. So then another news, your boy Donovan Mitchell on the block.
Yeah, I was kind of not entirely shocked, but like a little bit. I thought that we talked about this a little bit last week, in Mitchell being still a young guy. Obviously just got a boatload of picks for Gobert. Kind of looks like they're going a different direction, and then saying they're going to build the team around Mitchell. Maybe move some of those picks for some more established players. But then the rumors start flying about him being on the block again.
Yeah, so Danny's going to try to finesse somebody. But me as the Knicks, just give it up, man.
But what do the Knicks have to give up?
I mean, they got 8 first-round picks, 3 swaps. They got they got RJ. They got
But I just feel like you can only take so many picks, and if he goes to New York, like they're not going to be terrible. So it's not like you're going to be drafting. I wouldn't say you're in the lottery. If you are, you're in the very back of the lottery. I would think the Knicks will be formidable, a playoff team.
Yeah, but maybe they want the other picks because not all the picks are the Knicks picks. So I think four of the picks are other teams, and then there's other like 3 of them are. Then there's like another 3 team swaps. I guess. With like lesser teams. So like if you feel like Toronto or I forget who else the other picks they have. Detroit. I think they have one of Detroit and somebody else. So those could be good picks because those teams might always be in the lottery, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's where Danny really makes his he makes his bank on those. He's really good at kind of figuring out when these teams are going to be bad.
Oh yeah, and then the thing is, it's going to be interesting to see if they want the players because they'll probably have to trade Randall to match up for the salary. And then I don't know if they're going to want RJ or Reddish or they could take quickly. He get on my nerves sometimes. He always like a little ball hog sometimes.
You liked him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but then sometimes, man, he was killing me, man, this year, man. I need to. I bet on a parlay on the next game, man. I needed somebody else to score. This guy shooting like 8 threes. I'm like, come on, man, you killing me, man. Pass the ball. And then I would like for us to keep Obi, but I mean, he might have to go in the trade, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But wouldn't be surprised if it took Mitchell Robinson or the other young center we have. So I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. But I mean, as a Knicks fan, I would love to have Mitchell. Hopefully, he doesn't fully gut the team. I would like to see him and Brunson, a little 1-2 punch, and then some other pieces help us get in the playoffs. Because, New York basketball is more fun when we're in the playoffs. So
sure, for sure.
Still NBA free agency out there. Not many other free agents left. I saw LaMarcus Aldridge out there, Carmelo Anthony. But I'm sure those guys will probably sign once the smoke clears with Durant and everybody. Mm-hmm. So those guys will probably try to win the championship or something.
Yeah, yep. Hey, so what about I heard this theory today. What about Durant going to Oklahoma City, going back to Oklahoma City?
I think that would be interesting, but I don't think as Brooklyn, what would you want for him? Right?
Oh, picks. Just picks.
Just straight picks without players?
And maybe like a young guy, like a Lou Dort, someone like that. I don't know.
I mean, it's possible, but I think he's
Sam Presti.
Yeah, Sam Presti. I think he's pretty much set on rebuilding it based off like how he had it before with Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. I mean, they've hit on most of their picks, man. I can't even front. So, I mean, who knows how those players would turn out? I don't think he wants to take that chance and trade in a possible. I don't want to say Chet is like a Kevin Durant-ish type player, but you just never know how some of these players might turn out. So.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I was a team that has the cap space, has the assets, and a place where he could kind of go redeem himself.
Oh yeah, but I feel like the brass there doesn't really care too much to have him back. I don't want to say if it's pride or probably is pride, but I feel like they feel like they can build it better based off of how well they pick out talent. So
that's fair.
And then we got NBA Summer League. I know you hate it, man. I know you was hype on your Celtics today.
I didn't even watch the game. I watched the end of it. I watched a little highlight at the end.
Which one? The one homeboy at the game winner? He didn't call glass?
Yeah, that guy.
He almost broke his ankle.
Ugly shot at the end of the game. Banked it in.
Yeah, they were like, and I was like, did he call a game? I don't think so. I don't think he called glass either.
I don't think he called anything. He was lucky he got the shot off.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I mean, it's not funny, but I don't know if he's going to make the team, like, for everybody to be so hype about that.
Yeah.
And for him not to make the team is just sad, man.
I know. Well, welcome to Summer League.
But they're actually doing trophies this year for Summer League. So, like, the team that wins, they're giving out rings and stuff. So, So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Not that it matters, but I'm just interested. I'm just interested to seeing the players that like the first round picks and the other players that pop out, like some of the second year players that shouldn't be playing Summer League because they established themselves, but they're still playing Summer League for the experience. And then you get to see some of these players that were high ranked in college or on great teams, and they kind of fell to the shadows. Like you didn't even see them get drafted, or all of a sudden they're on a team. So hoping they make it and stuff like that. And then your boy Banchero, man, they only let him play 2 games, man. What's up with that?
Trying to keep him fresh. You don't get him hurt in the Summer League.
On 2 games? The thing was that they took him out the game. They didn't let him play the game against Chet. Like, come on, man. You could at least play him like let him play the first half or something. See a little matchup going, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they're very conservative in these Summer League games, especially with the I would say the top 10 picks or so. They're just I just think they play it close to the vest here. Don't want to get them too much action. Get them a little bit and get out of there.
But that's what I said, man. They could have put him at least a quarter or something, man.
Yeah, I know.
See these players go at it. I mean, otherwise we're gonna have to wait to the regular season. But who knows, depending on injuries and stuff like that. But it would have been good to see. I mean, we got to see Banchero versus Smith the other night. I mean, he got the best of Smith. Smith finally had a good game the other day. Chet's been up and down, but pretty much what we thought was true. Is gonna have to bulk up, man. I mean, he can stretch the floor, he can shoot the three, which is gonna help him. But I mean, ultimately, I don't think he's gonna be able to play all 82 games. So
No, but I think this has been a big win for him.
hmm
I think in the eyes of the fans, probably just to start this. I just you never know with guys like this, and he's looked pretty aggressive. Obviously with the 6 blocks in the first night, he's scoring.
hmm
Like you said, he needs to put on muscle. He's going to get beat up by some of these bigger guys, but I think it's been a good start for him.
Yeah, I do like the fact that he blocked shots.
Yeah.
Kind of like Mutombo-ish as far as like his length, but he's still gonna have to bulk up a little bit. I mean, Mutombo was more than 198, so
yeah.
But it's gonna be great to see if he pans out.
Oh, for sure.
Then on to the MLB. Not too much going on here. Getting ready for the All-Star weekend. I mean, the Blue Jays, they fired their coach. I didn't see that coming, man. I feel like they still have a good record. They're like right in the mix, man.
I was a little confused by that when I saw that today. I had to go, check out the standings, and I guess they've fallen off a little bit, but they're a game and a half out of second place in the East, which is probably the best division in baseball and puts you into a wild card spot. I think, what are they? Yeah, they're tied. They're tied with the Mariners for the third spot. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was a little aggressive. Maybe there were some disagreements going on in there behind the scenes that they felt like they needed to get a different voice in there, which it happens.
Oh yeah, I'm sure something else that was going on we don't know about that ultimately led to that decision. I mean, outside of that, get ready for this All-Star weekend. How are you feeling about the selections? Do you feel like anybody was snubbed or?
I mean, there's always people that are snubbed. So yeah, I thought they did a fair job. I don't think there was anything huge that stuck out to me. But there's always those those fringe selections, right? I think baseball does probably a better job than most. They do have bigger rosters, so it's a little easier. But no, I felt like that they were pretty solid.
Yeah, I feel like they did a good job of picking the top guys in different categories as far as pitching, hitting, RBI, stuff like that, and records. It'll be interesting to see how things pan out after the All-Star game. If any teams get hot or cool off. I mean, the Astros are 4 games back from the Yankees. I don't know how. Nobody's talking about them, which is crazy. That's the one team that scares me as a Yankees fan.
They're just doing what they do, man. They just keep winning. It's really unbelievable. I know we talked about it last week, but they just fill these, they lose these big names year after year and just fill them in with other people.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in that water down there, man. Or if they still stealing signs. I don't know what's going on, man. But this is crazy.
It is crazy. What do you think about the home run derby?
I don't know, man. I feel like it's not gonna. It never pans out how we think it is gonna pan out. I think it's gonna be the one underdog that wins it all. That's what it seems like every time. Who would you pick to win it?
I don't know. I kind of like this the young kid they have in here, Julio Rodriguez from Seattle. I think another probably a favorite is Schwarber, just because he has that home run swing. I think throwing Albert Pujols in there is like it's kind of weird, but I guess whatever. It's probably his last All-Star game.
Yeah.
But no, I'd probably either go Schwarber or that Rodriguez kid.
Yeah, that's what I feel like one of the underdogs is going to win. I feel like that's how it always is. We always expect like a Alfonso versus what's his name, Acuna?
Oh, Alonso. Oh, yeah. Alonso Acuna. Was that last year?
No. Well, I'm saying like a final between.
Those two guys. Yeah.
Like the bigger names, we usually expect the bigger names to be in the finals.
I see what you're saying.
But I always feel like it's going to be an underdog that pops up out of nowhere and takes it.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but I feel like that's also it's one of the best things about baseball's All-Star Weekend is the home run derby. I don't think I've really ever watched anything else besides that for All-Star for baseball.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's it.
NHL free agency and trades.
I was just scrolling through the updates. I saw Johnny Gaudreau to Columbus.
Yeah, it looks like the Lightning lost some players.
I saw the starting goalie for Colorado, Darcy Kemper, left, and so did Burakovsky, that one of their big scorers. And then Johnny Gaudreau went to Columbus. That's about the extent of what I've read so far.
Yeah, I just saw these. I saw a few guys left the Lightning. But the Lightning signed some guys to replace them. But
Right.
these hockey deals are man long, 8 years. I'm like, damn, that's a
And
long
they're
time.
fully guaranteed too. Usually with no trade clauses and everything.
Yeah, but some of them are good though. It's like 150, but still, that's a long time. 8 years, man. That's like I feel like that's old school baseball contracts.
Yeah, they are. It's exactly what they are.
But we're gonna have to wait and see how this all pans out. They just getting started, and then we got the PGA. We got the British Open coming up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they got Rory's favorite to win it all. I mean, got your boy Schauffele in second. You know, Ram, and there's a few other guys after that. They got Tiger on the 70 to 1 odds to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
Who you liking? Who you liking in the British Open?
So Rory's a popular pick. He plays well. He's won it. He's won at the old course before. He plays well there. I know he has he won there? Actually, he might not have won here. Anyways, he plays well in the Open. So obviously, the thing with the Open with this course, it's obviously back at the old course at St. Andrews. So probably the number one course for all golfers to want to go to, the mecca of golf. It's an interesting course because it's not really, and I think this is why Tiger is kind of circled this one on the calendar, because it's not really a long course. There's not really any hills. It's pretty easy to walk. The issue with the old course is that it gets hard and it gets fast. And if the wind is up, which it looks like it will be this weekend, not crazy, but you're talking 18 to 22 miles an hour, right? Constant wind with gusts higher than that, and it just changes. Like it's right along the water, so the wind's always changing, and it makes it really difficult for these guys. And it's fun golf to watch. So, but as far as who I like this week, I mean, Schauffele he's a big pick this week because he's coming off the Scottish Open win last week. Obviously Rory just plays well in these events. Rahm, Scheffler, I think the Americans get a little bit of they go down in as a favorite. They're less of a favorite because they typically like to play the ball higher up in the air. So I'd go Schauffele. Spieth always plays well too. That's another guy. But I like Schauffele this week. I like Schauffele and I like Rory. And for a sleeper, we'll go Robert McIntyre because he's from Scotland.
Oh, you heard it here first, man. Make sure you lock those prop bets in now. But yeah, I mean, to see if any of these LIV players can win the tournament.
Yeah, so they've really shunned the LIV players this week. They haven't given them any press time, no press conferences, and they've really given them really shitty tee times over the next couple of days. So I think most of them are going off either first thing tomorrow or at the very end of the day, and then when they flip the tee times on Friday, they're opposite. So put them, in kind of either together in crappy groups or just in groups that no one would ever put on TV. So I think they're trying to put up a stand here.
That's what it's going to be interesting to see if any of them can win to bring some validation or attention to LIV. I mean, we heard what Tiger said. He said that they're turning back. They're back on I don't want to say the game, but the league. But I don't know if Tiger could talk, man. He got too much money, man. He got to stay. You got to stay out of stuff like that. Let these guys get their money, man.
Yeah, I get where Tiger's coming from. I don't think he cares so much that they're leaving to go to a different, like a different tour. His issue with it is just like there's pretty much no competition. You know how competitive that guy is.
Yeah.
The fact that he's actually playing golf anymore, it shows you how competitive he is. He could have easily just said, "No, I'm good. I'm happy I can walk again." But so I think he basically like, why, if you're in this league, like you're not even practicing. You don't have to practice. You just go out and do whatever you want to do, and you're gonna make $125,000. You don't have to grind. You don't have to work for your paycheck every week. So yeah, I kind of I agree with Tiger. So let me say this again. I agree. I don't fault those guys for going and taking the easy money. It's life-changing money. It's generational money. I don't think you can blame him. But I also see Tiger's side where he's like, if you are that competitive and you want to be that good at golf, like a Tiger or a Rory or a Justin Thomas or a Spieth, you're gonna make that money in endorsements. Like that. I think that's the part that gets him, right? Yeah, you might not make it on the course, or maybe you will in the next 3 or 4 years. The purses will be higher. But if you're that committed and you're that competitive, the money will follow.
Yeah, but I don't think Tiger realizes people aren't as committed as he was.
I agree.
I mean, he had it ingrained in him by his dad since he was a little kid. So, and I think that's one of the curses about being great is that
you can't understand why other people wouldn't want to do this.
Yeah, just like Michael Jordan, like he couldn't understand why guys weren't working on their game during the summer or like smoking, like just doing stupid stuff, like, and it just wasn't about basketball. But I mean, not everybody's built like that, man. But it's gonna be interesting to see how it all plans out once they tee off.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if Tiger wins.
Oh man, I mean, if there's a place where he could win on with 1.5 legs, it's St. Andrews, because it's not really about hitting the ball that far and hitting it the right way.
Oh yeah, as I said, we're gonna have to wait and see how things play out. If people can take advantage of the field or the field take advantage of them, but it's definitely gonna be great to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the British Open might be one of my favorite tournaments of the year to watch. I just think it's such a different game, and it's just interesting to see how these guys play it. And I love when they're in the wind and the rain, and the balls are hitting and rolling out 100 yards. There was a video today of a guy who hit a putter 110 yards, just like from the fairway, just took a big swing at a putter and just rolled it on the ground all the way up. It's things that don't happen with courses here.
Yeah, that's the game, man.
Yep.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so tonight we're going with calzone. Don't make these a ton, but I think that you can, they're easy to make. You can put in, whatever your favorite toppings is. Sometimes, we'll do a couple mini calzones, but today we'll do the classic buffalo chicken. So take your pizza dough. You can either make it on your own or buy it. Typically, I like to buy it. Making it is a process. It's not overly difficult. It's just an extra step that at the end of the day, I don't think it makes much of a difference, because the homemade the dough you buy at the store is just as good these days. So with the calzone, pound it out almost into the shape of the pizza, and then put your toppings in. In this case, chicken that was fried up and then tossed in buffalo sauce. Typically, I like to put a little bit of a layer of cheese on the bottom, and then throw the topping on, and then top that again with a little bit more mozzarella cheese, and then fold it over, pinch it together on the edges there. Throw a couple little slits in the top to let it breathe so it doesn't just blow up in the oven, and then before it goes in, throw a little more mozzarella cheese on top. Now, I know you'll like that, Rich, because there's a lot of cheese there.
Oh yeah. When you said calzone, I thought of DP dough, man.
You couldn't beat DP dough. We actually had a couple conversations this past weekend about DP dough.
That was like the goal. If you missed the wings order, man, DP dough was, man. But it would never let you down, man. No. Buffalo chicken calzone was on point. I don't think I ever had a bad calzone from there, man.
No, I mean, it was also we also only got them at 2 a.m. so there was no you didn't really have any other option.
No, but I felt like if it was bad, we wouldn't we would have just not got it.
And they were only $6, so you couldn't beat it.
Yeah, I felt like we would have drove to McDonald's or something, because there was one right there. But I mean, those joints was hitting the spot, man.
Yeah,
especially for $6, man.
Oh yeah, they didn't reheat well. I remember we left one for Brian, and he ate it the next day, and he said it wasn't very good.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's because I'm sure you probably can't microwave that. You got to put that in the oven or the toaster the toaster oven.
For sure. But yeah, so throw the cheese on top. Basically cook it till you brown it, and then depending on what you like for dip. Obviously, I'm a blue cheese guy, so I dip it in blue cheese. But some people will just go with the marinara.
Do you feel like that was the that's your go-to for the calzones, is the marinara, or did you like any other dipping sauces?
So I actually like with buffalo chicken calzones. I like to do a little bit, depending on the mood I'm in. I like to do a little bit of both. So I'll do a little, I'll dip a piece in the blue cheese, and then I'll go and I'll dip a piece in the marinara. But typically, what I did when I was younger, when I made them when I was at the pizza shop, I'd put blue cheese in them, cook the blue cheese in with it, and then just dip in marinara.
Oh, that sounds great, man.
Yeah.
I feel like you can dip regular pizza in marinara; it still tastes good too.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I do that all the time.
Like you can't go wrong with marinara. Even if you got sauce, a little more sauce doesn't kill it. Just makes it taste better.
Basically, at the pizza shop, we had just like a marinara, sitting over hot water, just hot marinara waiting to go. And I'd always have like a little cup on the side, and I just take a little bit of a little bit of a roll, throw a little bit of mozzarella cheese in there, and dip it in marinara. That was like my snack.
It was a great snack, man.
Oh yeah,
miss those days.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And then what'd you guys drink that down with?
All right, so we got a new seltzer we found this weekend, and picked another 12-pack up. It's I don't know if you've ever heard of Topo Chico.
Oh no, what's that?
So it's a popular seltzer in the South. I don't know who makes it. I think it's Topo Chico does make it. Okay, so yeah, it's a popular seltzer water in the South, but now they're making hard seltzers with everybody else. But their flavors I thought were really good. So they got a margarita flavor. Oh, they're all margarita flavors. So they got a prickly pear margarita, a strawberry hibiscus margarita, a regular margarita, and a pineapple margarita seltzer. So they come in at 4.5, and they're 100 calories. I think there's only like 2 grams of sugar, something like that. Maybe 1 gram added sugar. So they're very low on the sugar, but the flavor is really good. I know a lot of people like the True Leaves or the White Claws. I think these come in with a little bit more flavor than that, with a little less sugar or fake sugar, whatever it is. My favorite so far is probably the strawberry hibiscus one. Pretty tasty, but I think all of them have their, I think all of them are pretty good. The pineapple is great. The classic is good. Prickly pear one's a little interesting, but not bad. I feel like it's a little bit sweeter. But overall, I think it's a good pickup. As far as seltzers go, I'd probably throw it like a 7.6.
Oh, that's not bad, man. I feel like I'm gonna pick up some like I'm trying to find the one I sent you earlier. The Simply. Yeah, the Simply one. I got a barbecue this weekend, so probably gonna try to bring those. Sip on those for a little bit.
Well, if you can't find the Simplies, then grab the Topo Chicos.
I'm gonna add that to the list if I can't find those. I really want to get the which one you told me first? The man.
Oh, the Jameson ginger ale.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Trying to find that one, but so there's gonna be any of those when I find them this weekend. So.
All right.
It's definitely going down. And then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then for the BRRs, not too much here to cover. I mean, the boys finished up. Great season. A little plot twist at the end. Don't want to give it away. Definitely want to check it out, but a great show. One of Amazon's best shows, like I talked about before. I'll probably give this season probably an 8.5.
Ooh.
I mean, it doesn't really disappoint. It gives you a good mix of action and comedy, as far as like dark comedy, stuff, people dying and stuff like that. Then it has the serious side to it, but it's not like over comedic where they're like trying to force the jokes down your throat. But it's more so on the drama action side. And then do a good job of depicting the heroes as humans, so to say, like showing their human side. Great show, like I said. And then outside of that, there was Westworld. I mean, I don't know why I'm still watching the show, but it looks like they're finally getting into it. Now it's getting confusing because they're showing all these different timelines now. So I've got to really pay attention. But I'm trying to finish what I started, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're like pot committed at this point.
Yeah, and it's not many things are on Sunday, so it gives me a little something to watch. And then we got the Old Man still going. Did slow down like Tom mentioned before, but I couldn't see it getting too much action anyway because the guy's super old. Like you can't have him like doing Jason Bourne type stuff to people based off his age. I mean, the physical aspect wouldn't make sense. If he's still able to beat people up like that. I mean, he's not Steven Seagal or Chuck Norris. So, but overall, still a good show. Definitely something you want to check out. Checked out the new Thor movie, Love and Thunder. Took my moms to see it. My mom's a rough critic, man. But
What's the Big Rich's mom review?
She'll probably give it like a 6 something, like a 6.5 or something. She said it's definitely something you could wait for it on DVD. She wasn't too happy about it. She just thought it was okay. I mean, it has little funny moments. It wasn't too much action. Not that most of the action was really towards like the end, and it wasn't really like a long action scene, so to say. It wasn't like it wasn't. It's hard though when you watch these Marvel movies because you're gonna compare it to like Infinity War, stuff like that. But you could tell it's gonna be time for Marvel to. I mean, this phase is gonna get us into the new boot of the new characters, and I think once we get into that new boot, it's gonna give it more life. And then the fact that Thor is a god. Like the gods are not really as strong as they look. So maybe if we got to see more of the gods fight, that would have been kind of cool. But the gods are pretty much old and fat and out of shape and resting on their morals as gods. So I mean, they'll probably bring in another god to fight Thor in the next one. I don't want to give it away, but I mean, it was just okay, man. I think if I thought the Guardians of the Galaxy would be more in the movie, but they weren't. They're just in it for like the first 15 minutes, and then you're pretty much getting Thor. I don't think Thor can really carry a movie by itself these days, so to say.
Okay.
But like overall, like I said, you can wait for it on DVD. I didn't think it was better than the multiverse. You just got to get through these movies to get to what's coming up next. I mean, next they got Black Panther. We're gonna get to see the Ironheart in that, and then Namor, which is like Aquaman, but Namor is actually a mutant, but I don't know how they're going to play it. I don't know if they're going to say he's like a powered by a god or if they're really going to say he's a mutant. But we're going to have to wait and see how that happens. And then next year, we're going to start getting closer to the Fantastic Four and then X-Men, which are what we all been waiting for. So still waiting to see who they cast for those roles. Well, I mean, we know who's going to be Mr. Fantastic. They haven't announced, Human Torch and The Thing and all those guys. And then when they start casting for the X-Men, announcing who they casted for the X-Men. And then, of course, waiting for Blade. He was the guy that kicked it off. So then outside of that, I'm looking forward to that Ryan Gosling movie on Netflix. I know it's coming out in the movies first, but that one looks good. And then, they had the Dave Chappelle special. I don't know if you saw it. It's like 40 minutes. It's pretty much his acceptance speech, at his academy that he went to school at. Good. Told a few jokes. He just does a great job of commanding the audience, and I don't know what it's just something special, man. When somebody got it and that talent and they use it. I mean, he does a great job with it, man.
He does.
Never a dull moment with him. And then outside of that, I mean, they announced Emmy nominations, some of the categories for comedy. I was looking at some of these shows. Some of these shows I never watched before. For comedy, they got Abbott's Elementary. That's a great show. Definitely check that out. Barry, I never seen. Curb, I've seen before. Hacks, I never watched. The Maisel, I forget what it's called. Never watched that one. Only Murders in the Building. Never watched that one. Ted Lasso, I watched, was a good show. Recommend that one. I think that's one of Apple's best comedy shows. And then What We Do in the Shadows. Never watched that one. So ultimately, I would like to see Abbott's Elementary win. Out of these other shows, I really couldn't tell you who would win. And then for the drama, I mean, they got Better Call Saul. I still didn't watch that show, man. I feel like I refused to watch it because we watched Breaking Bad and it should be over.
I think I watched it for a season, and maybe less than a season, and I just I don't know. You're right. I think I was coming off Breaking Bad. I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I got to give it another try. Well, give it a try. But I feel like I'm going to betray Breaking Bad if I watch that show, so that's why I don't watch it.
Yeah.
And then they got Euphoria. We watched that.
Oh yeah.
Ozark is in there. Severance. I haven't watched that. I hear some good things about that show as well. Squid Games. That's another one. Stranger Things. Another one. Succession's another good show. Yellow Jackets. Okay, I don't think they should win though. But I mean, this is a jam-packed drama category. I don't know who will win this one, man. It's gonna be interesting what show wins for best drama.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a good category. I mean, I'd probably go Stranger Things, but I could see any one of them winning.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't be upset if any of these shows won outside of Yellow Jackets. They better not win. Yellow Jackets better not win. But everything else, I'm fine with winning. All good shows. Definitely want to check out. And then for the limited series, they had Dropout. Didn't see that. Dope Stick. Saw that one. That one was good. Inventing Anna. We saw that one. Still couldn't believe how she finessing people. Then it was the Pam and Tommy. I felt like I'd seen that story too many times prior to it coming out. And then the White Lotus. I didn't really like the White Lotus, but I felt like they snubbed The Maid. I don't know if you remember that on Netflix.
I do. Yep.
That was a limited series. I thought that was great. So it'd be interesting to see who that wins that one as well.
Yeah, that's another tough category.
Oh yeah. And then I don't think there was. I think that was it, man. I don't think I had anything else.
I just started watching Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, that's a great show, man.
Yeah. So we're like 6 episodes in.
Yeah, man, that was a great show. I felt like that was the show after The Wire that was that kept HBO rolling.
Yeah.
Before Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Game of Thrones coming right around the corner too, man, in about a month.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a wild winter or fall, fall and winter for sure. So
get ready for those cold days, Rich.
I actually like the cold, man. I keep the windows open when it's cold.
I know.
As long as it's a nice breeze, keep the windows open. You get your little blanket under the fireplace, man. You be good to go.
Sounds delightful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.